how to unravel the secrets of delayed completion bridging. That's what we're going to be talking about this week. So if you're interested in finding out how to buy a property with a minimal deposit, hey, keep watching. Now, this is nothing new. Actually, I've been teaching it on my Ninja Investor Program training course for fully 10 years. And the first time most of my students get exposed to it, well, it's a bit of a revelation, you know. Now, it's all about being smart with your financing, but there are a few things that you need to take into account. Now, 3 things actually. Here's the first one. The property needs to be in a condition of some dilapidation, and that dilapidation is making it worth less than the similar properties that are in the same neighbourhood. It also needs to be vacant, in other words, no one's living there. And thirdly, you need to find a bridging lender, but one that's prepared to ignore the purchase price you're paying and lend on the done-up value. Now, smart investors know that properties that are dilapidated, that need a refurb, it's often possible to negotiate a discount to the purchase price. Now, depending exactly what's wrong with it and if there's another problem there apart from the dilapidation, and also if the seller's situation is that they just need to get rid of that property, 2 things combined means that there could be a substantial discount. And some, but certainly not all cases, you know, we've seen that as much as 50%, but that's the exception rather than the norm. Now, that dilapidation or that problem means that no mortgage lender is going to be interested, certainly not in the condition that it's currently in. So it needs to be fixed up, the problem needs to be solved to get mortgage lenders' interest. Now, delayed completion involves getting some things agreed with the seller that's going to make this work. Let's look at what they are in detail. Here we've got 4 things. Here's the first one: quick exchange of contracts. What does that do? That gives the seller certainty that you're actually going to complete on the property. Second thing, agree to get the keys on exchange, not on completion, which is when you normally get the keys to a property. Now, this certainly isn't the normal way you do it, but there's nothing illegal about it. It's perfectly legal. And if the vendor is finding it hard to sell because you can't get a mortgage on it, and that's deterred all mortgage dependent buyers, sellers are often willing to compromise on the price that they'll accept for the property in exchange for getting rid of it. 3, delay the actual completion of the purchase until the refurb is completed or the problem is solved. Doing the refurb, solving the problem, means that the value of the property is elevated to the normal market value of that type of property in that location. 4, use a bridging lender that's going to lend on the value you've created and also ignore the purchase price that you're going to pay. Look, I know it helps if we do some numbers, but let's do some simple numbers. Now, we're going to use a property that's for sale at 100 grand. Now, before you say to me, well, I can't buy anything like that in my area, this is for ease of explanation. Now, neighbouring properties in good condition are maybe selling at 180, maybe even 200,000. Now, a done-up value bridging lender is likely to lend you 70% of that done-up value. So let's say it's 180, so 70% of 180. Now, to save you getting your calculator out, that's 117,000. So if you're buying it around 100,000, or maybe even a bit more, it's still at least 100% of the purchase price. Now, depending on what you actually buy it for, you might even get some of your refurb money back day 1 too. So as soon as you exchange contracts, you've got the keys and permission to get in there and do the work. So you start on the refurb work or solving the problem. And once it's in tip-top condition, you complete the purchase, and now you can sell it on, or you can start the refinance process, pay back the bridging loan by using a buy-to-let mortgage. Not only did this allow you to buy a property without a massive nest egg to put down as a deposit, but when it works well, it allows you to get most of your cash back out on completion. Now, granted, not every seller is going to go along with this, but some do, and we've been doing this for the last 10 years or more. Okay, so there's a quick scoop through delayed completion and how you can make that work. I'll be back next week with another property finance video. Hey, see you then. If you enjoyed watching this video, did you know every Monday morning at 8:30 I do a live Facebook Q&A. So if you want to start the week with checking out some answers to your property finance questions, click the link here.